Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I'm just having my short lunch break. And this is the third day that I am alone in this house. Recalling from the past week, I have a lot of things to do listed on my to-do list board. And I couldn't even think how I would accomplish all of them. But to God be the glory. I have finished all of them yesterday. So whatever I'm doing now, what I have done today, it's just a bit of the tip of the iceberg of what I had done in the past 3 days. And thinking about that, I felt how blessed I am. Not because I'm working a good job. I'm working a special job. But for me, it is something that God has put me in order to show humility, love, and devotion. These three words for me are really very powerful because it really worked deep into my soul. That humility, that devotion, and that love. And I have applied it. I have learned to apply these three words into everything that I do. In one of the devotion, the daily devotion, the daily intimacies that we are having, we have learned from our pastor one of the most powerful words I have heard from Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 4. I will quote it from New King James Version when it says, "Blessed shall be the fruit of your body." So that's the first part of the verse. Blessed shall be the fruit of your body. Now, when meditating on this word, I've learned that it's not just something that, like for example, your baby that comes out from your body. No, everything that our body touch will be blessed. And our hands, our feet are parts of our body. And meditating on this, God has put into my heart that whatever my hands would touch, they will be blessed. So while I was working, the work that I have done from the past 3 days, through the past 3 days, they were all really like jobs I have never done in the past, like waxing the floor and things like that. They were work that are designed for men, not for women like me. Especially, I was not trained to do those things. But believe me, I was able to do it with I could probably say I'm proud of myself because I was able to do them. And I was able to do them good. After finishing my work yesterday, after completing everything, I felt like I wanted to give God the glory because I was able to finish it. And I prayed. When I was waxing the floor, I was praying. I was saying, Lord, whatever I have done today, whatever my hands had touched today, I pray that it will be blessed. And whenever I go around this house, I would always utter a prayer that wherever my feet would go, how far ever my feet would go, everything that it would touch or they would touch would be blessed. And that's my prayer. That's my prayer. And while I was praying that, God floods my heart with peace and joy and love. The devotion that I have poured out in this kind of job that I'm doing right now is too overwhelming. And it gives me more of that humility, more of the love that I'm doing, and more giving praise to God. And, this morning while I was scrolling something, I read about another verse which is kind of related to what I'm sharing with you today. And it's found on Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verse 10, with another version on Colossians 3, verse 23. It says there in Ecclesiastes 9, verse 10, that whatever your hand finds to do, do it with all your might. With all your might. don't hesitate to give your best. That's what the word is saying. Whatever kind of job your hands find to do it with all your might. Do it with your best. Dedicate everything. Pour out your everything to it. And you will be blessed. And in Colossians chapter 3, verse 23, it says there, whatever you do, work at it with all your heart as working for the Lord rather than for the human masters. And that's what I did, that's what I have been doing. Whenever there is a small task or a big task that will be put upon my shoulders, I would always dedicate it to the Lord. I would always give it to the Lord. And I would always tell myself, Lord, I'm doing this for you and not for them. So whenever my heart would try to deceive me, to ask or to crave for appreciation for myself, I'm trying to push it away because I don't want my self-righteousness. I don't want myself, self-pride to govern me. But I would want my humility to always be on me. It's not about me, but it's the God who gave me the strength, who gave me the skills to do all things. So whatever I do, either small or big task, I would always say, this is for you, Lord. I'm doing this for you, not for them. Do you be glorified with the works of my hand? Because He was the one who created me anyway. So whatever I would do, I find it peaceful and joyful because I'm giving it to the Lord. And it's my joy to serve Him. We can always serve the Lord in whatever things we do. And lastly, it says in Job 22 verse 28 that in whatever you do, you will succeed in whatever you choose to do. And light will shine on the road ahead of you. That's the promise of the Lord to us. Whatever we choose to do, even if it's outside of the vocation or the profession that we have walked through the best years of our lives, it doesn't matter. Whatever we chose to do, if we choose to do it for the Lord, He will surely bless us. And He will let His light shine upon us. He will never let us stumble. Once we trust in Him, once we entrust everything to Him, He will never leave us, He will never forsake us, and He will never put us in vain. Today, I'm leaving these words to you. Be humble, devote yourself in whatever you would do, and above all else, love with all your heart. God bless you all.